wasn't it was a tough game. And, the message to the guys and, it's continuing to be our message. I thought, for the first 10 minutes of the game, I thought we executed well. I thought both teams executed well. And I thought I think that last 9 minutes, we had 2 points. And, when the ball is just not going in for you, it can lead to bad shots, which leads to transition. I thought they got out and they got, the stuff that they wanted. And then, start the second half, I did think that we had a little bit of a rhythm offensively, got Ben the ball in good spots. He was able to score, but we couldn't get a stop. And we definitely did not execute that. But engineering looks, layups, good shooters taking shots. And so the message to our guys is look, we got our butt kicked. There's no denying it. We got out executed. I thought we actually played decently hard, but we got out executed, and we didn't play well. And so again, we gotta look ourselves in the mirror and face our reality. Our reality right now is we're not a very good team. That's our reality, and everyone's got to be honest with themselves. I told our guys, I'm not coaching well enough. I've got to coach better, and everyone's got to look themselves in the mirror and have that reality check. And we've got a choice, and my choice is I'm going to show up early to practice tomorrow. I'm going to coach my tail off and try to get our guys better. I'm going to try to get us in situations where we can try to win games because we got no other choice. And so we're just going to have to move forward. This is not an easy game for us, but it's one game. And so, I got to get back to the drawing board, got an opportunity this weekend.
Coach, it's one thing when you have a game that it's a hard fought down to the buzzer, and someone hits a shot at the end to win. But how do you evaluate some of the younger players and other guys you're trying to bring along in the program when the games gets out of hand as quickly as it did today?
I mean, honestly, I just want us to execute. The whole mentality coming into this game was, next possession. And so I look at it like that. I do not want our guys to be results focused. Now, when you get down that much, it's hard not to be results focused. But again, what are we doing when we're down that much? Can we, have a good possession? Can we get a guy a good touch in a decent spot? Can we execute what we're trying to do defensively? And I didn't think we did a great job of that today. I applaud some of the will and the fight. I really do, right? Our team's going down. We need to make a play. But a lot of times, we've got to make sure that we get the right play for us. And I just got to continue to coach that. And it just haven't done it well.
It doesn't. It was only 10 months ago that these two teams played. It felt like it was different planets tonight. They got all 5 of their starters back and all of that, but how did the fissure happen between these two teams? They look like a completely different unit out there.
I would tell you that, right now, in a year like this, they've got all that experience back. And so, I guess lack of practice time. And I know they had a situation where they kind of all got it at the same time. So they've been able to kind of keep going forward. And so when that helps out, we've got a lot of young guys that we're trying to bring along. No excuse though. We've just got to be better. They're older, they're more experienced, but who cares? We've got to play better, and it starts tomorrow.
Aaron Gordon has played more aggressively as of late, and can you say anything about what he was able to do tonight?
I thought he just kept competing, to be honest with you, and I was proud of that. It's Aaron's got a lot of pride in his basketball ability. He's got a lot of pride in this program, and so he kind of he's been a solid voice for us. Even in huddles when we're down, he's like, it's like next possession. So Aaron was good tonight.
It feels like kicking a dead horse here, but at the UIC game, they had, it was a long time ago, they were up and energetic the whole time. And I saw that with Loyola tonight. Their entire bench was up the entire time. Then I looked over at your bench and it was like a church, like quiet. manufacturing energy is how important is that to kind of bring that energy?
No, it's extremely important. You know, I do think our guys had great energy to start this game, to be honest with you, Paul. But again, when you get down that much and no excuse, I mean, it's just hard to keep fighting and have that energy. But again, that's the expectation.
And Coach, do you have any updates, or do you think you're going to get some of the guys back that you've been playing without for the last few games?
Right now, no. We do not anticipate getting people back.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right,
Coach.
thank you. Thanks, guys.
Hey, Ben.
Hey.
So in the second half of a game like that gets out of hand like that, you as a younger player that hopefully has a lot of games, you know, this season and in the future, how do you keep yourself focused and working towards the things that you need to work on when the result itself tonight may not go the way you want?
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, I love playing the game, so I'm going to give it my all each and every time I step on the floor, whether we're up 30 or down 30. So for me personally, honestly, at one point, you know, you just don't look up at the scoreboard and you just play. Yeah.
Are there specific things that you're still working on right now as a sophomore? I imagine there's some things, but what are some of those things that you're trying to improve upon in your game, both in practice and when you're during game action?
Obviously, physicality and rebounding would be two main things, and a little bit shooting too, and being a dominant player.
And speaking of physicality, the guy you had to go up against a lot tonight for Loyola brings plenty of that. What was the challenge like facing him this evening?
Yeah, I mean, I said it before with him and Prim. Get positioned early, and it's just about getting low, trying to push him out as much as possible. Obviously, Krutwig's a great passer as well, so he presents a lot of threats. But I mean, it's a collective effort every time we play him.
That was good. Go ahead.
I'm good. You stole my question. Thank you. Thanks, Ben.
All right.
Thanks, Ben. I'll let you lead off on this one, Paul, since this was your guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have much of any questions for him, actually, so all you.
We're going in?
Aaron, it feels like forever since the last time you played these guys. Just what's the thought, the message from coach, or just the general feeling after a game like this?
Well, you know, the message for us is just, you know, stay together. Obviously, you know, we're not a good team right now, and it's obvious. But you know, the positive part is that, you know, we're not playing selfish. We're still playing hard. We're just not executing. You know, we're not getting into our sets fast enough. You know, we're turning the ball over way too much. You know, we're getting beat on, you know, certain things offensively, like backdoors and certain things like that. So the execution standpoint has to step up. But I mean, I'm still proud of these guys. You know, obviously being a graduate player, I'm still really proud of how we fight. But you know, we just have to execute better. So that's the message. It's just going to just be making sure that we execute each and every day. Because I mean, I'm not sure if the fans see. I mean, we're working hard, and you know, players aren't playing selfish. We're just turning the ball over way too much, and you know, we're just not playing. We're just not executing.
Does that almost make it harder? I mean, it would be easy to say this guy's a ball hog, this guy, whatever, but like it it's not that. And Matt said it earlier that you guys just aren't very good right now. You just said it. How hard is it to come to grips with that reality?
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard. I mean, because we have really good players. Obviously, you know, we still have freshmen, but a lot of freshmen are playing a lot. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're really talented freshmen, and it's just hard. As a senior, I don't think that, you know, playing as well as I want to. I don't really think anyone on our team is playing great, but yeah, I think it is. It's probably a little bit harder just to admit that, you know, we're not a good team right now, and it's. I think it'd be a lot easier for us to just go ahead and say, oh, we just didn't play hard, or you know, we have guys playing selfish. That's the most frustrating part about it. It's just like it's really hard to pinpoint one thing, but it's a lot of small things that add up.
I think. I think. Well, actually, Aaron, one more question. Last year, you guys went through some similar struggles where you got down big in games, but yet at the end of the year, you were right there. Is there some light at the end of this tunnel that if you put in the work, it can get better?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I think our last two games were two. I mean, I think people have to understand, you know, the circumstance of our team, us not having a preseason, but that's the same for every team. But I feel as if, you know, we come out the year, we play a tough UIC team, we play a tough, obviously SEC school and a tough Big Ten school, and you know that led us off to somewhat of a bad start in 0-3. But those are, you know, all those games were games that I felt like we had a real chance to win, and you know we just came up a little bit short just due to conditioning. And then I think just being able to just work and practice, we eventually got a little bit better. There's a couple of games that I still felt like we should have won, especially like at Central Michigan. And then now coming back, I mean, we've played a gauntlet of a schedule. I mean, everyone knows how good Missouri State is, and we play a Big East school, and you know, and then we play obviously the best or second best team in our conference. So it's been a little bit of a whirlwind, but you know, we're just not good. That's really where we're at.
When games get out of hand on the scoreboard like this, like I asked Ben about this earlier, but where does the motivation come from for you to keep working hard and to keep trying to work on whatever you can work on? Is both your coach and it looked like from the broadcast, like it didn't seem like there was any quit in your team, even as the score got out of hand. So where does that drive come for you to keep playing even when the result isn't going your way?
Yeah, I mean, we practice hard, so we definitely don't want to obviously just give the game away, even though we did from this next game. But we don't ever really want to give the game away in terms of just not playing hard, you know, playing bad. Obviously, we've already turned it over. It's like, you know, we're probably going to turn it over again. But the issue lies with that. But we don't ever want the issue to be us not playing hard, not playing together, and not being bad teammates. Because I think like today it could have been very easy for people to, you know, point fingers and, you know, get mad. But none of that happened. I think that's good. But we do. I keep saying this, but we have to get better. That's just the case. We need to get better from when we practice. But I think that's the easiest. To me, that's the easiest part about it. It's just going out there and just playing hard no matter what the score is, because we practice hard every day.